here. You're ready. Welcome to my world.
Welcome back, my action figure hunters. It's Ghost, and we're here again with another awesome review. And we finally did it. We completed the BAF figure, the Build-A-Figure of Juggernaut with the X-Men wave. And I had to say I had a lot of fun posing this figure. Stay tuned to the end for some photos. There's going to be a bunch of photos of him and vigorous other figures I had to put them together. So let's take a look at this figure. I mean, normally I would say let's look at the box, but he came in several boxes, and I think it'd be a waste of time to look at all of those. I mean, let me know in the comments if you guys wanted to see every single box again. But here he is again. He's standing there in all of his unstoppable glory. And you can see that, you know, he has some good paint apps. He has a good sculpt. It's a very big figure. Let's take a look at it a little more closer. So the paint apps on the teeth, look at that. I mean, they got some grime in there. You can see the chipped tooth. You can see his gums very well. The eyes look very, you know, on spot. The eyes look great. I mean, you can see the blue. You can see the pupil. A lot of people don't know this, but the Juggernaut is actually Professor Xavier's brother. I believe it's a stepbrother or brother. One of those two. So just in case you wanted to know that knowledge. So the skin tone, the flesh tone looks pretty good. It's not like plasticky. It's a nice flesh tone there. You can see the sculpt of the muscles looks really good. It's defined. The paint, look at the paint, goes all the way into the joint. The belt is a separate piece, so you can kind of almost say it's like an accessory, so you can hide the waist articulation, because he does have waist articulation. So take a look at the back of the figure. See, as he uses his ab crunch, you can see that the paint goes all the way through, so they didn't mess anything on this one. Look at the boots right here. The sculpt work is amazing on the boots. You can see all the little creases, the little ring. They even got the sole. You can see the little ridges on each side. So they did very well. Look at the detail on the belt. You can see all the little grimy pieces. So he's been through some stuff, obviously, because he's, you know, ramming through everything. So let's take a look at the articulation. He's on a ball hinge, very small one. His head can move down that much. He can look up this much. He can rotate 360. And you can get somewhat of a pivot. You can get somewhat of a pivot on it, so you can kind of get like the awkward side face. His arms fully rotate. The hinge goes this far up. You got a bicep swivel. You got a single jointed elbow right there. Wrist swivel. We have a wrist hinge, very small hinge. I mean, he's a bulkier figure. For waist articulation or diaphragm, you have a nice ab crunch that goes this far back. This is the amount of degree it goes forward. Waist swivel, 360. As for hips, we got a thigh swivel. Legs move this far up. Once again, the thigh swivel this far wide. We got a single jointed knee. Single jointed knee right here. Single jointed knee. No calf articulation, but we do have our ankle rocker right here and our ankle pivot. So no figure's complete without all that. So the figure's painted very well. The figure's put together very well. I mean, I think Hasbro is starting to bring back the much bigger figures. So that's what it looks like right there. Let's do a size comparison between him and some other Build-A-Figures that I have. Okay, so we can see the figures here. This is a good size comparison. We have from the Marvel Legends wave of, I believe it was Ultron. No, it wasn't Ultron. It was, which movie? Not Civil War. I think it was Iron Man 2. They did the Hulkbuster for one of those waves. And then we have the Spider-Man wave, Ultimate Green Goblin. And then we have Marvel Legends Venom there. All upset because he's not the tallest figure. So you can see there's a good size comparison there. Juggernaut is pretty much the middle ground compared to the Hulkbuster, which I think that's a pretty good size scale. And as for the Marvel Legends, you know, pairing them up against other X-Men, as you can see, the Venom stacks a good size from Venom should be, I think, probably as big as the Green Goblin, in my opinion. But, you know, that's what we got. And then the Green Goblin, obviously, he stands at his height. So let's look at it with some measuring tapes here. So he's standing about 8.5 inches. So I'm looking at here, about 8.5 inches. So that's a good scale. So if you guys haven't picked this guy up, I definitely recommend you guys picking this guy up. Try to search all over you can to be able to pick this guy up. I do have some more information on the giveaway that I'll be doing. I'm looking to get, as soon as I get to 100 subscribers, I'm willing to give away a Deadpool, 100% mint in box Deadpool figure that I have. It's an extra one. I have 3 of them, and I'm willing to give one away. So stay tuned for a video, letting you know what you need to do to be able to win that. Tell me what you think about that giveaway. Leave a comment, hit like and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Facebook. The link will be in the description. Follow me on Twitter. That's also going to be in the description, and also my Instagram. So hit me up on all those, guys. If you want more updates, more information, let me know. Follow those. Hit that in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe. And action figure hunters, keep on hunting.